Xbox looked at the gaming industry, saw how much fun we're having and said,
Yeah, that's gonna cost extra.
because apparently $20 a month wasn't enough to digitally rent Minecraft skins. Game Pass Ultimate is now leaping to a glorious freaking $30 a month. Now normally, this is the part where gamers cry into their Doritos-stained keyboards while corporate overlords laugh from their golden yachts. But out of nowhere, the most unexpected hero rose up. No, not Steam, not some brave indie developer, not even Gabe Newell with a flamethrower. Ladies and gentlemen, our savior is...
GameStop.
I bet most people right now are like,
Huh? What? What are you talking about?
yes guys, I kid you not, the very same GameStop that built an empire by giving you $2 of store credit for your entire childhood gaming collection. The same GameStop that made you stand in line for midnight releases only to tell you they lost your pre-order. That GameStop is suddenly wearing a cape, grabbing a sword and telling Xbox to shove it. Instead of bowing down to the Microsoft overlords, GameStop announced is just, well, it's not raising the price. They're straight up ignoring the $30 demand and continuing to sell Game Pass Ultimate subscriptions for the old $20 price. In other words, Microsoft tried to mug us in broad daylight and GameStop said, nah, we're good fam. This isn't just a retail rebellion, this is a full-on corporate divorce where one side forgot to sign the freaking prenup. Xbox wanted $30, GameStop gave them the middle finger, and every gamer on earth suddenly remembered GameStop exists. Like, honestly guys, this is the first time in 15 years people are walking into a GameStop and leaving happy. So turn off your Dark Souls nightmare, sit back, relax, because today we're diving deep into Xbox's price hike disaster, GameStop's glorious resistance, and why this weird partnership
Might just be the funniest David versus Goliath story gaming has seen in years.
Okay, so I'll admit it, in my previous videos, I roasted Game Pass like it owed me rent. I said it was bloated, overhyped and stuffed with games nobody actually plays. But after spending more time exploring the catalog, I'll give credit where it's due. Game Pass actually has some solid titles tucked in there. There is real value if you dig around just deep enough, and I mean really dig, like digital archaeology. For the value?
Well, I mean the old value.
You've got titles like Forza Horizon, Hi-Fi Rush, Dead Space Remake, and even Persona 3 Reload. Not bad, right? It's like a buffet that occasionally remembers to serve food instead of disappointment. So yeah, Xbox deserves a small win here, a very small win, an emphasis on the small. Because while the content's there, the timing of this whole price hike circus couldn't be worse. See, Microsoft decided that $20 a month just wasn't enough. Apparently feeding us hundreds of games while buying every studio on earth has gotten unsustainable. In other words,
Phil Spencer's jet fuel isn't going to pay for itself.
so in a bold act of capitalism, they bumped Game Pass Ultimate to $30. $30 freaking dollars a month. That's not a subscription, it's a freaking mortgage. You're paying the price of a full AAA title every 2 months just to borrow games you'll install, stare at, and never launch again. It's like paying rent on a house you don't live in, and they're trying to sell this as the best deal in gaming. Hey bud, if $30 is a deal, then I'm a philanthropist for paying my freaking internet bill. The math it's honestly brutal. $30 a month adds up to $360 a year. I mean, if you think about it, you say, $360, it's not fine for the value I'm getting. But when you've got a lot of subscriptions, which could be Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, you're actually looking at a hefty bill at the end of the year. But here's the thing, Xbox knows you're freaking hooked. Game Pass has become the Netflix of gaming, and we all know how that story ends. You keep paying for a library of stuff you'll never watch, just in case one day you might. And what's wild is the confidence. Microsoft looked at the industry full of players dropping subscriptions left and right. Netflix bleeding users, Disney Plus crying in a corner, and thought,
Yeah, let's raise prices too. What could go wrong?
it's like watching a man pour gasoline on a house fire, just because he's cold. Now sure, the lineup has improved. There is value there, but the problem isn't what you get, it's how much they want you to pay to keep it. Xbox isn't exactly offering premium access, they're holding your gaming habits hostage, and the justification?
We need to ensure sustainable growth.
Which sounds suspiciously like,
We bought Activision for $70 freaking billion and someone's gotta foot the bill.
you can almost picture the meeting. Should we maybe cut costs internally? Nah, just charge the fans more. Classic move, gamers, the ATM that never says no. The sad truth is nobody asked for this. Nobody woke up craving a price hike. Game Pass was fine. It was actually winning until Microsoft decided it was time to fix what wasn't broken. It's like your favorite restaurant suddenly doubling prices because they changed the freaking napkins. So yes, I will not deny it once again. Game Pass has good games. I will give them that. But even with the occasional gem, charging $30 a month for it feels like buying caviar from a freaking gas station. Sure, it's technically food, but you're not walking away proud. And that's what makes GameStop's move so wild. Because while Xbox is counting your pennies, GameStop just whoopah flipped them the bird and said we're keeping it 20. Now, while Microsoft's sitting in its ivory tower counting how many times they can charge you for the same game, GameStop decided to pull a reverse Uno card on them. Xbox said Game Pass Ultimate is $30 now, and GameStop without blinking went, nah, it's still $20 here. Straight up, no hesitation, no corporate doublespeak, just a clean middle finger wrapped in a sales promotion. Imagine the meeting. Xbox sends out a formal letter like,
Effective immediately. Please update your Game Pass pricing to $30.
and GameStop sitting in the corner eating Cheetos say,
Yeah, no.
that's not just defiance, that's divine comedy. In an industry where every company races to overcharge you, GameStop basically said,
We stay broke before we bend the knee.
it's like the moment your landlord raises the rent and your roommate refuses to pay out of principle, except this time the roommate somehow becomes the hero. GameStop is single-handedly doing what no other corporation has the guts to do. Look at a $1 trillion company and say,
What are you going to do about it, Phil?
and the best part, they're doing it publicly. You can literally go to their website or walk into a store and see Game Pass Ultimate listed at the old $20 price, while everyone else is silently updating their tags like obedient little soldiers. And guys, GameStop didn't even whisper it. They freaking announced it. The headline literally reads, we're ignoring the Xbox Game Pass price hike. Not delaying, not adjusting, straight up ignoring. That's the corporate version of slapping Microsoft across the face with a controller. And you know someone in Redmond is sweating bullets right now, wondering how to punish the one store still selling their subscriptions like it's 2024. You really have to understand how bold that is. GameStop isn't exactly in a position of power here. This is the same company that went from meme stock millionaire dreams to
Please don't steal the Funko Pops.
energy in under 2 years. And yet, here they are, playing chicken with Xbox. And honestly, they might actually win, because this isn't just rebellion, it's marketing gold. Every gamer who's tired of being nickel and dime just saw GameStop turn into Robin Hood with a discount code. Ooh, Microsoft wants $30, GameStop's got it for 20. Boom, instant goodwill. For once, buying from GameStop feels based. It's honestly quite hilarious when you think about it. For years, GameStop was the villain, the place that gave you $3 and judgment for your old games. Now, they're the underdog hero standing up to the subscription overlords. It's like watching Bowser suddenly help Mario defeat a worse enemy. Even better, there is no clear way for Microsoft to stop them. Unless they revoke GameStop's reseller right, it would honestly make Xbox even more desperate. So for now, GameStop gets to play the rebel, basking in gamer love while selling Xbox's own product cheaper than Xbox itself. That's not just irony, that's capitalism speedrunning self-sabotage. And let's be honest guys, GameStop needed a win. After years of being the punchline of every physical media is dead joke, they finally found their revenge arc. They didn't need NFTs or meme stocks this time, just a simple nah to Microsoft's price tag. So for once, GameStop isn't the butt of the joke. They are the joke, but the good kind. The kind where you're laughing with them, not at them. Every gamer wins too. For $20, you get the same product Xbox tried to make premium. You can wager somewhere deep inside Microsoft HQ, a team of executives probably sitting in a conference room right now staring at a PowerPoint slide titled,
Why GameStop is being naughty.
You can almost hear the panic. They're still selling it for $20, followed by someone whispering, can they even do that? And another guy in the back going, sir, we just raised the price last week. It's honestly freaking hilarious. Microsoft wanted to pull the classic gradual price hike play, ease everyone into paying more without realizing it. But GameStop nuked that plan on arrival. Instead of headlines like, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate now $30, we've got GameStop calls Microsoft bluff. Now here is the tricky part for Microsoft. They can't just come out guns blazing. If they punish GameStop, they look like bullies. If they do nothing, they look weak. They're in corporate limbo, in that awkward moment when your Wi-Fi disconnects mid-fight and you just stand there helpless waiting to get destroyed. You know it's bad when the internet starts cheering for GameStop. Normally this is the same crowd that calls them GameFlop or Trade-in Theft Simulator. But now, Twitter's out here saying GameStop the real MVP. Microsoft's entire PR strategy is built on control, controlling prices, access, and branding. But they didn't plan for a rogue retailer to just, not listen. Apparently, the Death Star forgot to check if the janitor had the launch code.
And that janitor's name is GameStop.
If you listen closely, you can probably hear Phil Spencer sighing into his coffee, because this move doesn't just mess with Xbox's prices, it messes with their entire subscription strategy. Game Pass is supposed to be the Netflix of gaming, but how do you maintain that illusion when someone else is selling your Netflix for half off down the street? Now every other retailer is watching. Best Buy, Walmart, Target, they're all sitting there wondering, wait, can someone ignore Microsoft and keep the price low? If they follow GameStop's lead, Microsoft's billion-dollar price hike turns into a billion-dollar joke. It's corporate mutiny, and all it took was one rebellious store chain. What's even funnier, guys, is that Xbox can't even spin this positively. Normally, they tweet something like,
We love our retail partners.
but right now it's more like, we acknowledge their existence. You can practically feel the passive-aggressive email chains forming. Dear GameStop, we noticed you're still selling Game Pass for $20. Please update immediately. And GameStop's reply,
Who's gonna make us?
this situation exposes something deeper, how fragile these corporate systems really are. Everyone assumes the big guys are invincible until someone stops playing along. GameStop didn't break the system, they just reminded everyone that the system only works if everyone agrees to pretend it does. And let's not ignore the fans, because the minute the majority of players saw GameStop's prices, they didn't care about corporate loyalty, they cared about saving $10. Gamers, honestly, we're loyal to deals, not brands. You can slap all the power your dreams slogans all you want on Xbox, but if GameStop's offering the same dream cheaper,
Guess who wins?
Microsoft probably thought this was going to be a smooth transition. Raise prices, blame operational costs, and hope no one complains. Instead, they accidentally handed GameStop a redemption arc. GameStop didn't just ignore them, they hijacked the entire conversation, and now Microsoft's trapped. If they take action, they look greedy. If they don't, they lose control. It's the corporate version of being cornered in a Call of Duty map, except this time.
You can't respond with a PR statement.
And that, gamers and gamerettes, is the story of how GameStop, yes, GameStop, became the people's hero. Who would have thought the company that tried to sell us extended warranties on used discs would one day defy Microsoft to protect gamers' wallets?
Oh, so kind.
This isn't a David versus Goliath story, guys. It's a Goliath versus Goliath where one of them accidentally tripped over its own ego and the crowd's too busy laughing to care who wins. Will GameStop keep this up? Probably not forever, guys. But even if this rebellion only lasts a few months, it's a glorious few months where gamers didn't get screwed over. And honestly, that's enough. So, hats off to GameStop.
You glorious discount-loving anarchists.
You didn't just ignore Microsoft's price hike, you gave gamers a reason to root for you again. And in this industry, that's rarer than a working cyberpunk launch build. What do you guys think? Is GameStop the hero we didn't know we needed, or just a lucky store chain that pressed the ignore button at the perfect time? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And guys, thank you once again for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please consider leaving a like and subscribing for more content in the future. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.